Well, hey now. Hey now, what you say now? It's Sunday evening. We're here for the live at 5. Live at 5. Live at 5. Live at 5. I need to get me another song. Um, I used to have a song when we did it at 2 o'clock. I would call it the 2 o'clock live, but now it's 5 o'clock. So it's the live at 5. So I need to make sure I get me a live at 5 song. If you are a songwriter and you got an idea for my live at 5 song, then go ahead and send me a little clip, a song clip, so I can see what it says. All right. See what it sounds like. I want to see what it sounds like. I know we got some people out there who can write me a jig. Gonna write me a jig. So if you can, go ahead and send me a little snippet of what you got, right? Mine was okay. Live at 5. Live at 5. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. It was, my first pass, my first chance at it, my first shot. Pew, pew. Hey, Ward. Hey, Jermaine. How y'all doing this evening? I'm trying to give all the algorithms a chance to let the people know. Let the people know that I'm here. Gotta let the people know that I'm here. Okay, things are falling down over there. That's a no bueno. All right. Well, maybe the things that are in the room didn't like the sound of my didn't like the sound of my song. Hey, Miss Deborah, what's up, girlfriend? Hey, Stacy, how y'all doing? We are here, and we are live. Yes, we are live at 5. I'm giving the algorithms a chance to tell all the people that I'm here, that I am here, that we are here. We're here to talk about what's coming up this week. Basically, what happened last week, what we think is coming up this week, all the things that are going to be in the mix. So let's get started. Hey, Carolyn, how you doing? Welcome, everybody. Welcome in. All right, welcome in. I wanted to share with you first that the VIX, even though we're not using it right now, that the VIX is at 19.5. Now, listen, when the VIX is up, it's supposed to be sharing right now. I guess it's coming to the stage. Maybe I'll put add to the stage again, and maybe it'll do it. There we go. The VIX is at 19.54. So, of course, when the VIX is up a bit, that means the market is down a bit. Those things usually operate as inverses. So you'll keep that in mind as you're setting yourself up for your trades for next week. Definitely check that out. Okay. So now this is SPX from last week. Okay, listen. We get one announcement made partway through the week and everything goes into the tank, right? So this was last Friday, the 3rd. This was Monday, January the 6th. We had kind of a doji day. Not a lot happened there. Monday, Tuesday though, I think this was either Tuesday or Wednesday was the day we had the big announcement. On Tuesday was January the 7th. Everything fell way off. All the quantum computing stuff, NVIDIA dude made his statement. I think that was Tuesday. And then we had Wednesday, which was a green doji day. And then we had a break on Thursday to honor President Carter's life. And then on Friday, we had another red day, okay? Definitely came down into the gap that was created. Where was this gap created? A gap was created back in November. From November the 5th to November the 6th, there was a gap created. The gap got filled a little bit mid of November. It got filled a little bit more December 20th. And then Friday, it went ahead and filled another part of it. The gap is not fully filled. If I was to take, my chart and move this down a little bit, this is really what's left of the gap. It is not done. The SPX gap still has some room. Remember, gaps go from the close of one candle to the open of the next, and then pulls back based on price action. So we still have a gap on SPX from 57.82, 57.83, somewhere around there, all the way up to 58.07. So about 20, 25 points is a gap. still gap. We still have a gap there. And then there's another one down here in the lower 5700s, 57, looks like 12, all the way up to 5720. There's also a gap there that remains to be filled. Okay. I see this gap here that was in the 5800s-ish area. It got filled by price action. We can take it off. This one here from 59.51 all the way up to 59.68. It can also be taken off based on price action from Tuesday. And a little bit of Monday's price action took us up into this gap that's at the top, but it went right on up partway into this gap. I'm going to adjust it. And it left some. The gap now is from 6,020 all the way up to about 6,036. Okay, we got a little ways to go to get back into the 6,000s, but there's a gap up there or two that do still remain to be closed. Okay, SPY is going to look very similar to the SPX chart. Obviously, they're based on the same things. So definitely going to look very, very similar. This is the SPY chart. Looks just like the SPX chart. Yes. Triple Q chart. Let's go there next. Look at what last week. It looks similar. We did have, I didn't want you yet. I didn't want you yet. Nope. Triple Q chart still. Tuesday, huge drop day. Thank you, Mr. NVIDIA. And then we have a gap that's now been created from the Wednesday to Friday. Remember, close of one candle. Let me get us need to get our thing. Close of one candle to the open of the other. This is a gap that still remains, now has been created and needs to fill. This is from 511 all the way up to 515. There's a triple Q gap there that still needs to be filled. This one here, this gap got partially filled again by price action. We can go up and actually this puts it right where the new gap is. That is there. Okay. There's a little bit. Nope, that one's been filled by this over here. So yeah, this is what we got. Triple Q. I see some support in the area of 505. Some support in the 505 area. Some resistance in the 510 area. So it's kind of, we've ended in between. Kind of in the torn between two lovers situation. That's where we are. 515 is also some resistance. All righty. That's what's going on with Triple Q. Looking at IWM. IWM been falling off for a minute, right? IWM started falling back here at the end of November, just before Thanksgiving, and it's been falling ever since. But notice how it's kind of coiling into this downwards trend, which may bring it on in here to some good support and then shoot it back out. So small caps, this is small caps. Keep this in mind that I have too many lines on here. When I have too many lines on a chart, it gets me like, what would I put this here and what made me put that there? And I have to just basically start all over. I got to just start all over. So I'm going to change the color of these two, though, because I think I'd like to have these another color. Okay, let's change it to maybe a black. Okay, change it to a black. That way it's easier to see those, that wedge, that is descending wedge. Price is kind of coiling inside of there and doing its thing. This probably can be moved to here now that we've got a little bit of upwards, but still the situation remains the same, right? Still got a little coil happening there. All right, let's go look and see what kind of earnings we have for this week. Earnings for this week, we have Comtech is Monday before the open. KB Home, I thought KB Home showed up last week, actually at the end of last week. Maybe they delayed it. KB Home and AEHR Test Systems is Monday after the close. Tuesday before open, nobody. Tuesday after close, we've got Applied Blockchain. Of course, this puts us in the crypto space. Calavo and Karoo is Tuesday after close. Wednesday before the open, JP Morgan, Citibank, BlackRock, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, and BNY. What does it look like? The banks. The banks is what leads the way into the earnings season, and all of these are banks and financial institutions. All right. Wednesday after close, Concentric, Synovus, HB Fuller, and HOMB looks like Hyatt something is that's Wednesday after close. Thursday before market opens, we got Taiwan Semiconductors. I like Taiwan Semiconductors, by the way. United Health Group is there, UNH, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Bancorp, US Bancorp, Infosys, First Horizon, PNC, M&T Bank, Steel, and then Thursday after close, JB Hunt, Bank of the Ozarks, and RF Industries, I almost said industrials. And Friday morning, we've got SLB Regions, Fastenal, Truist, Pro, State Street, Citizens, Independent, Sci-Fi, and Webster Bank. The second half of the week is all banks and financials, right? One thing that has happened this week that I didn't talk about, but I will talk about now, is that the stuff that went on with the fires out in California. It's quite sad, by the way. I see some more people. Let me say hi first. I teach at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. University of North Florida. Tell them to come look me up and come take my math class. Well, he better take it now because I don't plan on being there long after now. Selena is here. Good. Hello. Tawana's here. Hey, y'all. Jamie is here. And Will Win and Finish Well is also here. Hey there. I think that was the pastor. Hi there. Pastor Will, is it? Good evening. So what I didn't talk about was the fires from last week in California. So sad in that so many people lost their homes. I mean, thousands of acres have been burned up. But of course, now these kind of tragedies and situations, you always shine light on the infrastructure of a thing, because that whole reservoir situation has come up a few times. Like, why was the reservoir water not being used? And why was the reservoir empty? Why was it not full? Why? Oh, why? But even sadder than that, and I don't have all the facts, so don't necessarily quote me on all this stuff, but I know I'm not too far off. I had read somewhere that the insurance companies had canceled a lot of these policies in that area based on the fact that the reservoir wasn't being maintained. So a lot of the homeowners' policies were canceled several months back, and you don't ever want to believe, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, to be honest, but you don't ever want to believe the conspiracy theories that this was something that was planned. But it's like, are you serious? I mean, the insurance companies are going to take a massive hit because not everybody's policy was canceled. Okay. So they're going to have to shell out some cash. There's going to be some cash selling. So I don't have this on our list, but I want you to put on your list that the insurance companies that are going to be exposed, basic insurance and catastrophe exposed stocks. Thank you, TJ, for this list. Is Chubb, CB, major insurance player exposed to wildfire claims. TRV or Travelers, heavily affected by the claims from the disaster zones. And Allstate, one of the largest PNC insurers impacted by natural disasters. So we've got Chubb or CB, Travelers or TRV, and Allstate, ALL, right? Those are all going, there's going to see some stuff this week with that. All right. So put it on your watch list, see what if there's some interest there, put that on your list and see. We don't want to necessarily profit from tragedy, but we're traders. All right. Hey, Deborah. Hey, My Day Littlefield. Hey, Tanya. I believe it's a conspiracy. I happen to believe that as well. Janae said that part is the insurance because part of the fintech space, a bank space. Yeah, I just feel like it was too widespread. And why didn't we grab water out the ocean? Now, of course, there's probably answers to these questions. But of course, as a lay person who lives in Florida, who doesn't live in California where wildfires is a thing, I'm just thinking we couldn't grab some water. I mean, we did after a while start seeing planes fly over and dump water, but it's like, well, wait, why we waited so long for that? Why we didn't get to that a little early on. But anyway, the whole thing is very sad. It's very, very sad. So again, we continue to pray for those people who are affected. I hope I don't know if there's anybody in my community who was affected, but if there was, they needed to tell me, so I could, pray more specifically. I do care about the overall general because my granddaughter lives out there, her and her mom. One of our grandchildren lives out there with her family. And she said they were actually safe and they didn't have any issues. That was a few days ago. So, but this is not what we want. Jamie says California already has a freshwater problem while being located next to saltwater. The weight was due to the wind, they said. Water is going to beat gravity, but okay. The wind is what was carrying the fire. Anyway, I'm not going to try to work other people's issues. I'm just saying that I think the whole thing is quite sad. Quite sad. Okay. I want to go back to share here, and I want to go to the calendar for this week. Calendar for this week. We've got some stuff happening. Major stuff happening. One of the main things that's happening. Oh, I got the wrong screen up. Main thing that's happening is CPI and PPI are happening this week. Those are the main dealios. Monday, January the 13th at 2 o'clock, we've got the federal budget balance is happening. On Tuesday, we've got NFIB, small business index. The core PPI happens Tuesday morning at 8:30 is PPI. I was looking to the side because I was thinking of the days that Peakbot enters my SPX, and I want to make sure that on these days when there's some economic data that is big that will potentially run the market in one direction the whole day, I want to be sure that my SPX Peakbot stuff is paused on that day. So because even though we don't trade it, I don't trade it automatedly. That's not a word. The automation of the trade doesn't start till 2:30, but from 2:30 to 4 can be a lot on a day where there's one-way movement. So either way, it already doesn't run on Wednesday and Thursday on its own because of these kinds of things. I'll make sure I pause it on Tuesday as well. All right. And anybody who's trading SPX, the Iron Condor Zero, you might, not telling people what to do with their money. I don't give financial advice. I'm just saying. I'm going to be pausing mine on Tuesday, my automated SPX at 2:30. So that way I can enter on my own. I can look at the chart and see what's going on. And yeah. Selena says, if you profit off the tragedy, the least you can do is donate to the people in need. Amen. I agree with that. If you're going to profit, the least you can do is donate. I agree with that. Use some of your proceeds to help out those who need it. I completely agree. Thank you for bringing that up, Selena. Tuesday, 10 o'clock, FOMC member Schmid is going to speak at 10 o'clock. Tentative is RCM tip economic optimism. My brain wanted to flip those. And 3:05, FOMC member Williams will speak. On Wednesday morning, again, 8:30, we've got CPI, PPI and CPI, Tuesday and Wednesday, month over month, year over year. These things move the market. Consumer price index. And what's the P? Producer price index, I think is the P. Yes, producer price index is the cost of producing goods and the cost of to the consumer pricing index, consumer price index. That happens on Wednesday before the market opens. Empire State Manufacturing Index, 9:20. FOMC member Barkin will speak. Kashkari at 10. Crude oil at 10:30. 11 o'clock. Williams will speak, and Goolsbee at 12 o'clock. The Beige Book at 2 o'clock on Wednesday. Thursday morning, 8:30. Another red folder. Core retail sales. We got 3 red folders right in the back. Bank, all before the market opens each day. Thursday, we've got core retail sales month over month. Now, this is going to show us what came out of Christmas. So we'll see what kind of Christmas sales showed up. That retail sales month over month is going to help us see that. Unemployment claims, 8:30. That's all on Thursday. Philly Fed, manufacturing index, and import prices month over month. 10 o'clock, business inventories, National Association of Home Buyers, 10 o'clock. 10:30, natural gas storage. FOMC member Williams will speak at 11 o'clock. And on Friday, there's no red folders, but we've got an orange for building permits at 8:30. Housing starts 8:30. 9:15, capacity utilization rate. These are yellow folders, but they really do carry a little bit more movement than yellow, maybe orange. Industrial production. And then at 4 o'clock, we've got tick long-term purchases. Okay. So we've got red folders 4 out of the 5 days. We have red folders this week. 3 out of 5, because there wasn't a red folder on Friday. 3 out of 5 days, you're going to want to trade what you see, which is what I always say. We're trading what you see. Janae says Goolsbee has swayed, been moving the market lately. Yep. Hey, Lisa. So, yep, I agree. You watch the people. And Goolsbee is speaking on Wednesday afternoon at 12 o'clock. Goolsby speaks on Wednesday afternoon at 12. So make sure you mark that. Well, of course, we'll mention it each day as our time comes. We always mention these things each day to make sure that we alert you as best we can. All right. I just I just uploaded. I'll call it an upload, not a launch. I uploaded a video. I think it was 3 o'clock this afternoon. And let me see if I can I got to find the link so I can put it in the comments. Because I don't know if you all can click on the links in the comments. Can you all? Does anybody know whether you can click on the links in the comment? Either way, you can go to my channel. There's many of you are watching me there now, but you can go to my channel, educator. Nope. It's youtube.com/@educator2trader. It should be the top video that's there. Go ahead and take a look. Go ahead and turn it on, let it play, and let the ads go. Let the ads play. Yeah, let the ads play. Okay. That's the name. Let's focus on what is the thing about, right? Option selling versus high yield savings accounts. We've talked about this a few times. I've mentioned it a few times, but I actually did a video about it. Why is option selling better, in my opinion, than a high yield savings account? Go ahead and watch the video. Let's get those numbers up. Yep. We got it there. The YouTube is there. Oh, I didn't mean to click hello, hide current comment. There we go. Option selling versus a high yield savings account. And high yield savings accounts, they really kind of sold us all the bill of goods. It's going to be the best thing since regular savings accounts. And now they've come back and go, you know what? That 4.75 we promised you, we can't really maintain that. So we're going to keep using your money though. And we'll give you maybe 3, which is still better than a regular savings account. And it is 3% per year though. If you pull in 3% a week, you're doing better off. And you can easily pull in 3% a week off selling. Easily, as you can do so much more than that, but you can definitely pull in 3% a week. All right. So go check that out. Okay. Yeah, let the ads play. Let the music play. Let the music play. Let the ads play. Yeah, let's do that. Listen, Janae, I got a song to go with everything. I got a song to go with all of them. Want to hear it? Here it go. I got a song for you. Okay. It said Allie is now down to 3.6. Yeah, see, they tried it. They still trying it. And they will keep trying it as long as we let them. Your money could be someplace else. And you can get I don't know how fast you get your money out of a high yield savings account, but the broker will give you your money in a couple of days. So it's not going to go, all of it's electronic. So you can get your money just as fast back out of your brokerage account that you can from a high yield savings account. And even now, many of the brokerages, I know even if Robinhood will pay you to let your money sit in their brokerage, I know other people do too. That whole cash sweep or whatever, they'll pay you to let your money sit in there that you're not using. So you might as well be making money at the broker, so you could be putting it to use if you need to, right? This is our list of option seller trade ideas for the week. Notice I have it split up in 2 segments. We've got the lower risk at the top. We've got 2 in the put credit spread or the bullish area. And the call credit spreads, we've got 3 of those in the bearish area. If you want a little moderate risk, a little bit more, generally moderate risk includes a little bit more in the premiums area. We've got 2 in the put credit spreads and 5 over in the call credit spreads. Lower risk, put credit spreads, we've got Disney and Walmart. Call credit spread, we've got Chevron, Philip Morris, and Starbucks. Is there. Those are the ones that are in the lower risk area. In the moderate risk area, put credit spreads, we've got Gap and Norwegian Cruise Lines. Norwegian Cruise Lines is on the bullish area of the moderate risk. And call credit spreads, we've got Caesar's Palace, and Etsy. General Electric, which is, GE trying to come on back, because GE was, this must be GE, they did a spinoff of some of the pieces, because all of GE ain't at 165. I think they split off a piece that was still profitable. And Oracle, 148, 149, and Pandual, no, not Pandual, PanW. I'm trying to think of, that's not Pandual Duo, that's PDD. This is just PanW. I think this is the one though that Kathy Wood buys is Pan W. These are all the ones that I have on the list for this week. Okay. Janae says, keep in mind when the Fed cuts the rates, it impacts the banks. Oh yeah. When the Fed cuts rates, absolutely affects the banks. We get that. But again, they made promises. They made promises. So that, right? Pan W, thank you, Jamie. I'm so glad to have you. Thanks our community to carry my arms and my shoulders, to keep me lifted up. Palo Alto Networks. I knew that, but it did not want to come out. Palo Alto Networks is Pan W. Thank you, Palo Alto. Y'all so helpful, Janae. Y'all want to make sure, let's make sure that coach stay looking all right. Don't have me out here looking crazy in these streets. Right? Y'all don't want me out here looking crazy in these streets. The Candlestick Mastery. I think, not Deborah. I think it was Marsha. Was it Marsha or Deborah who bought a calendar? The calendar is out, available, right? The Candlestick Mastery 2025 monthly keys to market moves. It is an entire resource. Okay, this is a resource. It's not it's also a calendar. Right? MELINSP. Don't know if y'all can see, if you can click on the links in the comments, but it's in my Etsy shop. But this every one of these months has a candle pattern. It talks about how do we use the candle, what is this candlestick, what's the explanation of it, and then in the second part it tells you, Valerie, there we go. I thank you, Valerie. Thank you so much for speaking up and saying it was me. I'm standing in the need of prayer. Okay. Then it tells you how do you trade the pattern. So it doesn't just tell you it tells you about it. It tells you how to use it. How do we use it? And this information is going to be useful even past 2025. You do have a month up here that talks about the key days. You got places where you can write in a little bit. The primary thing of the calendar of this resource was not the calendar piece, which is why the little month thing is not that big. I had a whole lot of good information I wanted to make sure was put here for your candlestick, for you learning how to do the candlestick patterns. Again, I want you to use it as a resource. This can be used even after the year is up. You can still keep using it. Thank you, S. S says the candlestick calendar looks nice. Thank you. Valerie said it's very informative. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You all go ahead over there, grab you a copy, bit.ly/MELINSP. Melanin Inspirations. Okay, looking at my freebies page, I wanted to make sure that we swing back around to the freebies. Okay, e2t-freebies.com. All the things that I have give out for the SPX hacks, the options, starting options. If you don't know what kind of strategies are great for your personality, the top 7 things that could keep you from making 7 figures. How do we get access to free charting, a free charting webinar? How do you get access to the Facebook group, the Telegram group? All those things are at this free resources page, E2T-freebies, HTTP, E2T-freebies.com. Trading resources, of course, they are free, but they're worth more than the price that you have to pay for them. Believe me when I tell you. Alrighty, SPX playbook has been updated. We use it. We've been using it. Last week, even though we had a couple of hiccups in our credit spreads last week, our SPX trades went fine. We did Monday and Wednesday as a unit, went fine. I had to work around the other one that I had, but the ones that we use the strategy to enter on our own, boop, boop, and we still doing this. If you're in the membership, we're doing on Monday and Wednesday, and maybe Friday, depending on how my Fridays go. This past Friday, I couldn't. But Monday and Wednesday, for sure, we're doing a 2:30 phone call where we are working together to find our strikes to do us some SPX 0 DTE, baby. 0 DTE, baby. Yes, that's what we're doing over there. Alrighty, so, if you're thinking about joining the membership and you still like dragging your feet, then come on in the room. Come on in the room and hang out with us. All right. SPXplaybook.net to get that resource for $27. The option seller bundle includes everything. And then we don't need to see Adam's numbers this time of day. All righty. we're here. We're here every day. Our community. I'm Arlissa. I'm an option seller. Our community works together each day to make sure that we can, do our trading and get us some good. We can become good master traders and have our feeling like we're good, confident charters and confident traders. We're working on making sure we know how to push all the buttons, using our sim, getting ourselves comfortable with our strategies. All those good things are happening. After this, at 6 o'clock this evening, I do that on Sundays. We will have our charting session with all the members where we'll look over our trades that we're looking at coming this week, and we'll have a more interactive time there. Of course, when I'm on YouTube, then I can talk to you and nobody can talk back to me. But when we get on Zoom, we can all share our screens, we can learn, we can do all the pieces, and that's what we do there together, all within the membership. So if you're thinking about joining the option seller, some of y'all started up the year, and we still not quite profitable. If we need to get with somebody that can make sure that our hands get held and we can grow together, then come on over and join us in the membership. I'd love to have you. I'd love to be your coach. Come on over and hang out with us. We'll definitely be together this evening at 6 o'clock. I'm back on YouTube in the morning. 9 o'clock is when I'm there. Either I'm there live or I have information that's live. Either way, 9 o'clock on YouTube each morning. We're there. 2:30, we're together as a group in our Zooms, right? And we're always seeking to do two things. Janae says, appreciate the time you make for the power hour. Yes, yes, yes. We're always seeking to do two things. What are those two things? We're seeking to stay green, and we are seeking to get this money. All right. I will see you all in the market. If you're in my community, I'll see you in about 30 minutes. And let's go ahead and get it. Let's get it this week. All right. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell. Tell your friends. Pass the word. All those good things. All righty. Goodbye, everybody.